Making it to the NBA has always been a dream for me. That was the reason I moved here, to be honest.
Being from the Bahamas, you don't really have as much access to what everyone has here. It just makes you a little bit hungrier.
Only the Philadelphia 76ers could stumble into salvation. They weren't even supposed to draft this high. Another wasted Embiid season. Their major offseason signing, Paul George, didn't even take the court much. And another second round exit. And somehow they wind up with the number 3 pick. Not because of some master plan like they may claim, but because of the same old incompetence that's defined them for a decade. And with that pick, through pure dumb luck, Philly grabbed VJ Edgecombe, a 19-year-old from the Bahamas by way of New York who wasn't supposed to fix anything in the Cooper Flag draft. Till opening night in Boston, when he dropped 34 points and broke half the rookie record book. Philly didn't deserve him, but they might have finally tripped into the player the process was meant to find. The Celtics were still heavy favorites, even without Jason Tatum, who's out for the season with that Achilles tear. It was supposed to be business as usual. Boston's depth versus Philly's confusion. Then VJ Edgecombe happened. Pull-up 3 to start the night. Steal in one-hand dunk 30 seconds later. Step-back jumper over Jaylen Brown before anyone learned how to pronounce his last name. By halftime, he had 22. By the end, 34 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, 6 threes on 13 for 19 shooting. The loudest arena in basketball went silent. Highest scoring rookie debut in franchise history. Only the second rookie in 20 years to drop 30 on the road opening night. And he did it against Boston, Philly's eternal measuring stick. The irony writes itself. The one night Tatum wasn't there to destroy Philly, a rookie from Philly torched Boston instead.
Growing up in Bimini, Bahamas, playing basketball there was always fun, to be honest. I played against grown men. Now in America, you play against everyone your age, But back home in the Bahamas, you just play pickup for the fun of it.
Born in the Bahamas, raised in New York City's concrete chaos, polished at Baylor, where he became known for defense, energy, and a non-stop motor. Scouts called him raw, said his jumper was streaky, his creation average, his upside moderate. So of course Philly, an organization famous for missing on obvious stars, picked him third, mostly because they'd run out of bad ideas. And somehow, the pick they didn't overthink turned out perfect. Edgecombe wasn't drafted to carry Embiid, but 48 minutes into his career, he already looked like the better investment. Joel Embiid once said, "I am the process." But after a decade of tanking, chaos, injuries, infighting, and playoff collapses, maybe VJ Edgecombe is what the process was actually trying to find. Philly didn't scheme for him. They didn't tank for him. They just kept tripping over themselves until luck finally delivered competence. Edgecombe plays with the explosiveness of Anthony Edwards, the defensive engine of Jimmy Butler, and the calm confidence of rookie Dwayne Wade. And you know I don't say that lightly. VJ is no drama, no hesitation, no slogans. Just basketball. Fultz forgot how to shoot. Simmons forgot how to care after getting paid. Embiid forgot how short windows stay open and how hard it is to maintain your body at his size and height. Edgecombe, he just shows up and works. He's the living proof that randomness did what 10 years of analytics and tanking couldn't. What's crazy too is the film on this guy is wild and passes the eye test with flying colors. His first step is nuclear. He gets that separation before defenders can even react. He plays defense like a cornerback, jumps lanes, creates chaos, turns it into points. And through it all, he looks calm, deliberate, unbothered. At 6'6", 210, he's already built for the league with his man body. He finishes through contact, guards 3 positions, and never takes a possession off. Coaches rave about his maturity. Veterans say he studies film like a 10-year vet. And when Embiid sits, he doesn't defer, he leads. No cryptic posts, no reality TV energy. Most of all, he's healthy. Just buckets. The complete opposite of everything Philly's drafted and experienced since 2014. For a franchise addicted to self-sabotage, VJ Edgecombe is the one thing Philly can't mess up. He's proof that sometimes the universe rewards stupidity with talent. And make no mistake about it, Philadelphia has been one of the stupidest organizations in the NBA. The process told fans to trust numbers. Edgecombe finally gives them a reason to trust their eyes. He's not saving the franchise from collapse only. He's saving it from boredom and giving the working class Philadelphians someone to rally behind. He's not just a rebuild, he's a reset. Philly didn't earn this. They lucked into it. And that's what makes it perfect. Because the process was never about genius. It was about surviving incompetence long enough for luck to intervene. Edgecombe is that intervention. He's the basketball god's apology letter to a city that suffered through its own arrogance. Whether he reaches the crazy heights that people are now projecting, it actually doesn't matter because he's already done something more miraculous. He's made the Sixers watchable again. He's made that city believe again. Embiid once declared himself the process. Edgecombe doesn't have to. He's the evidence that the process finally ended. Not with a championship, but with the kind of accident that changes everything. Philly spent a decade pretending losing on purpose was strategy. Now, by pure coincidence, they drafted the one guy who can make it all make sense. The process didn't work, but luck did. And in the strangest twist possible, luck might have just found the Sixers their new savior. Because now if you're a Sixers fan and you imagine yourself to imagine for 1 second that your entire team is healthy. I mean, think about Philly having Embiid, Paul George, Maxey, and Edgecombe starting. That would be an insane lineup, especially in the wide open East. And that's the other crazy benefit of the situation for VJ Edgecombe. Yes, he's a high draft pick, but the hope is he's not going to be asked to do too much in his first few years. But with the jump he's already shown, Philly can be really happy knowing that with the injuries and with the BS that's sure to come, they have a rookie that they can place their hopes into. And that's mission critical for this team, who was looking at a very uncertain future after Joel Embiid.